Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and it is the new expansion, Knights of the Frozen Throne, so it's time to do deck rebuilds. This video we're going to rebuild our Hunter decks. So currently we have a Hunter deck that is a Beast 3 attack deck that is designed around getting the daily quest of playing beasts. It's not terrible, and besides that deck, do I even have a second Hunter deck to play? Yes, I have a Secret and Spells deck that is designed around the daily quest of doing secrets. So that makes a lot of sense. And that's all we've got right now. So what does the Frozen Throne expansion add to Hunter's gameplay? Trigger friendly minions death rattle. Would I want to do death rattle in a Hunter deck? Maybe. Like Hunter's cards, beasts in general, do die a lot. Toxic Arrow, we don't have a potentially nice card. Deal 2 damage to a minion, do deal damage to one of your own minions, and if it survives it will get poisoned. We have a new secret: whenever one of your minions is attacked, summon a 2/3 poisonous card. 2/3 poisonous cobra. We have a new beast, the bear shark, and we have discover a copy of a minion in your deck and deal 2 damage to all enemy minions. This is not terrible as far as the death rattle deck. In fact, if there was more cards with death rattles like this would make a lot of sense. This looks like a Zerg from StarCraft. Professor Pruchus, after you play a secret, put a random elite Hunter secret into the battlefield. Absolutely great legendary to have if you were playing a secrets deck. The death rattle cards cost 2 less. Wow, I think we might be making a death rattle deck here. Deal 2 damage to all enemy minions when played. I wish I had this card and it craft a custom Zombeast. I would like to know what a Zombeast is and what the options are. Summon a random friendly beast that died this game. So now on the neutral Knights of the Frozen cards, if we're going with death rattle or beasts, I mean, that's really all we have to choose from. Your in-turn effects trigger twice might be useful. I tried to use Mindbreaker in the Druid deck and never got to use it on 2 different opportunities. Add a random death rattle to your hand. Death rattle if your opponent is turn, summon a ghoul. Wow, I think we are going to make a death rattle deck. But it would almost certainly need to be a death rattle slash wild deck, not a standard deck. Death rattle, add a random Death Knight card to your hands. We've seen that the Death Knight cards are very good, so it's a shame I don't have that. Skeletons are nothing, they're just regular creatures. We found out, so there's nothing special about the skeleton, at least for now. What I'm not seeing is a lot of beasts. I guess that's not really surprising because thematically, why would you see a lot of beasts? There are some lifesteal bloodworm beasts we could throw into our current deck. Let's see. We could give some things death rattle, but that wouldn't help. If your opponent's turn, summon an 8/2/2. Yeah, I don't think we're getting around this. Tomb Lurker would also be helpful on death rattle. This is strange. This is going to be strange. So we're going to have to do, I think, our deck rebuilds a little bit differently than we did last time. And Lich King, I still think we probably want to have the Lich King in every deck. So let's start with this. We're here on a standard secret stack. Why is this a standard secret stack? I don't know. And we could add a couple of these. We're not going for anything like Reno Jackson on a standard deck. There's no reason. And this is secret spells, beasts, and attacks. So random beast in your hand is probably not worth doing. And that's kind of all we have. I think there's no secrets. I think if we type in the word secret, I don't think there's any neutral card of any kind that we're not even looking at that would do secrets. Like, that's all we got. Secrets cost 0. Why is this not in my deck? Whenever friendly secret is done, gain durability. I don't think there's a reason for that. Whenever secret is played, gain +1/+1. I do believe we probably should play that. Destroy all enemy secrets. If you control a secret, gain +1/+1 taunt. So that's all the cards that have any secrets in them. Alright. And then the next thing I probably would want to do is just... did we look at all the secrets and just make sure we have them all? Like flare, all minions lose stealth, destroying the enemy secrets. Hidden cache is one I don't have 2 of, whereas I have everything else. Alright. I'm going to take that out because that's not very consistent. And I'm going to take this out, I think. And in general, we're looking at Frozen Throne legendaries. We want to put the Lich King in. And what else would we want to do? I think this is a new beast worth having. Let's see, this is a 4/3, this is a 4/6 for 2 more mana. It's probably worth it. And let's see if there's any beasts. We need to put this in. Lifesteal would be helpful. What goes in its place, though? This one. So So there's almost no cards in this deck at all. So it's the secret spells, beasts with 3 attack, sort of. It's not even really beast with 3 attack anymore. So that's our secret deck. What would it look like if it was a wild deck, though? Like, what did I just miss as an option because of that? Well, it wouldn't be anything in Frozen Throne at all, would it? It would be all the cards. And I guess maybe would look at secrets. Like Bear Trap, for instance, could go in there. And Dart Trap. And I think that's kind of it. Put a secret from your deck into your battlefield. Like, there's some reasons to go wild here, but it would be nice if I could keep things standard, if I can keep them standard, too. Not too much changes as far as secrets. Beast-wise, I imagine there's a wild beast or two that is available that I could play, but I can't even see them. That's not really what this is built around anyways. Beast adapt to friendly beast. Not for this deck. Here's a wild card if you have a beast summon a random beast. Most of the beasts aren't even random. There's a lot more thinking going on here than just like, here's a beast, give you other beast +1/+1. A lot more consideration instead of just throwing the entire deck out and starting over. And so that was the existing secret spells and beast deck. The other one is beasts with just attack. Let's see, if I convert this to standard right now, the only thing that we're missing is the Brave Archer and the Web Spinner, neither of which are even that big of a deal. Of course, getting rid of them is more difficult than they're worth. So now I've converted it to a standard deck. You can play standard decks in the other things. 1-cost minions for this Marsh Queen quest. You had a beast have +1/+1, Wind Fury, beast that die, beast have charge. After your opponent plays a minion, attack it. So all the standard cards with beast is not pretty much what we want right now. We would prefer to have those two and probably those two in there and this. So we just get a lifesteal. What's the 1-cost minion? So a 0-cost minion doesn't even count. We'll get rid of Bear Shark for Bloodworm. What happens if I type in 1 cost? For all the cards. Maybe if I just hit 1 period. You could easily make a Murloc deck with just 1 cost minions for this daily quest, this challenge also. Of course, things that have 1 in the name or description, like set of heroes to health to 15, still show up. So typing 1 space doesn't eliminate things that don't, such as 10, 11, 10 through 19. Alright, so lost my mouse there for a second. Let's put the keyboard down for a second. The overall not terrible real change there. If we go back to wild for a second and look at the 1 cost minions there, you could certainly eliminate this collection and only focus on 1 cost beasts, maybe. Let's see. Is there a 1 cost beast? No, there aren't any more 1 cost beasts. Not that I have, at least. So this is good as it is. However, we've only made some slight changes to these 2 decks, and you can't drag these things around. If I could get everything into standard, that actually makes a lot of sense. The thing that's going to be destroyed here is this is my Death Rattle 5 attack deck. And it's a rogue card, and I think it's gone. I think we're going to get rid of this. Now. And let's make a new... We are doing Hunter. We still don't have enough for the Eternal Hunt. What is the Eternal Hunt, by the way? I guess maybe this is the Knights of the Frozen Throne new recommended recipe. So, the thing about this is we're looking for Death Rattle. So death, we can just type in death and enter. That should work fine. And trigger friendly minions Death Rattle. Deal 2 damage to all of this. Death Rattle cards cost 2 less. Shame I don't have another one of that. Battle Cry, not good. Add a random Death Rattle minion to your hand. If it's your opponent's turn, summon a 2/2 ghoul. Death Rattle, summon a minion from your deck that costs twice. 1 less. This is not a good Death Rattle card. This is not a good Death Rattle card. Maybe we'll play with that card. This is a very good one. This is a good one. And this is one we were going to play regardless. At least for now. So we're playing wild right now. So Starlig goes in. Probably this goes in. Fugin goes in. These 2 give you Thaddeus. Let's see. Give all Death Rattle minions in your hand +1/+1. Trigger all Death Rattle on your minions. Random damage to 1 enemy. Raptors. We're right now playing wild, so that's probably Reno Jackson. Let's go ahead and assume that that is the case. So any duplicates need to be gotten rid of. Buffs in general isn't a terrible idea. And in a weird way, we're actually still going to have 2 of everything if we can double our death rattle abilities half the time. Let's see. It's not double click. I'm so used to double clicking things. If you summon the minion with death rattle, gain 1 attack. Restore 5 health to the enemy hero. Give a friendly minion. Deal 1 damage to all minions. Deal 1 damage. Feign death. This. Just get rid of everything that has duplicates in it. That one, that one. That one. No secrets. This is all death rattle. That one. That is the important one. Your death rattles trigger twice. Do I have a shallow gravedigger at 3 mana? Shallow gravedigger, yes. Give your minions +1/+1 for spawn of N'Zoth. No, I don't have that. We'll get rid of this because that's kind of pointless, or at least it's too random. Do we have a Virgil? Yes, we do. Do we have a taunt with a 2/2 slime? See, this is actually better than this is, even though this has taunt, I think. Summon a random 2-cost minion, piloted shredder. A lot of people play it. A lot of people play it, so maybe I should play it. Let's get rid of this and take that. Do we have Abomination? Deal 2 damage to all characters. We'll just take that right back out. This random death rattle, I imagine we need to get rid of. Do I want to do Faceless Destroyer at 4th turn? I think we can do better than that. Replace your hero with Ragnaros? No, I don't think so. Okay, so that's, I think, good enough. We put Reno in the collection, so we've got to get rid of something. Probably, maybe there's an early game that we can, early thing we can get rid of for that. There's probably something mid-game or late game we should get rid of too. We need also to get Prince Malchezaar in here. I suppose I could look at all the Prince cards that way. I have a lot of cards that are gonna suffer from dying on my turn, but whatever. Honestly, you're gonna play pretty specifically in just the order of some of these death rattles. You're gonna want certain cards to be played on the left side, certain cards to be played on the right side, because if something kills everything on the field, the order of how their death rattles are triggered are going to be pretty crazy. And you can see Stalag, Fugan, and Reno Jackson, and Sludge Belcher. You could make a death rattle deck, but without Baron Riverdale, it's not really worth it. Unstable Ghouls, not worth it. Feign Death is not really Explosive Sheep. All the good death rattle cards are totally in wild. So this is not a deck that I would recommend playing for standard people. I'm just going to call it Death for now. We'll probably name it something else. And since there's not really been a major change up on the secrets and spells cards, just a few more secrets, and the beast cards, just a few different beasts, I think we'll go ahead and skip playing these and testing them out, because I've already been playing these decks. I'm just holding on to them and keeping them. Some decks worked, some decks didn't. However, this deck is brand new, and so we'll play it and we'll try it. Which means I do have now 3 Hunter card decks. And the Hunter still isn't at level 60 and still has a lot of ranked wins to get to, so that's not a inherently terrible problem. It's just going to be a little unbalanced. It means somewhere out there only one thing, probably the mage, is going to have one deck, or I'm going to have to make some decisions. If I was to pick, I would probably get rid of the secrets deck, because I can type in the phrase secret and just rebuild that deck easier than I could a beast deck or a death rattle deck. There's less decisions that need to be made. I'm gonna hold on to this and hope for another 1 mana death rattle card. Let's see how this plays. This should play pretty nicely. We did keep something that was a random death rattle minion. That's probably not worth much. It's highly unlikely I would get a Fugan or Stalag death rattle card and end up with 6 Thaddiuses. If I end my turn the first turn, I should potentially succeed. So I want to just end my turn right now without doing anything. That way, next turn I can play this, and something else, maybe. If I had something here, you would have adapted this guy, and that potentially means he would get +1/+1. Alright, how is this gonna play? I just don't have enough. Like, I can do this, and I can do this, but it's just gonna be a stall tactic. It's just gonna... Like, he's gonna attack with this, he's gonna attack with this, and then he's probably gonna attack my face with this. But first, before he does anything else, he'll bring out this guy. Certainly, why not? And this guy is getting powered up. And see, this one will kill this one. Two damage to all characters. 1/2 with taunt. He plays Play Dead. Interesting. And see, I feel like they've matched us up because we have similar cards, because it seems a little unlikely that I'd be playing a Death Rattle deck and he would be playing a Death Rattle deck too. And frankly, seems like he's got the advantage right now. However, this may change pretty quickly. Let's see, deal 2 damage and trigger its destroy everything. This would be 4. This would be deal 2 damage for 5. So if I save the coin and do this. Oops.
That didn't quite hit the mark.
Wow, I screwed up here. I screwed up bad. I want to redo. I'm gonna call a redo on this. I think this deck is better than what I just played. But it certainly is destroyed by a scavenging hyena, but so are so many other things. That's not even a fair comparison. It wouldn't have mattered if I had played this instead of the other cards, really. But I did play poorly. The outcome would have been the same. Inherently, I think this is more of a deck designed around getting the daily quest of playing Death Rattles than it is actually designed around winning. So, even though I just built this deck, it's kind of on the chopping block, as I don't think it's gonna win on ranked play. Unless we see something amazing in this next game. Just everybody ignore that game. That game didn't count. Like,
versus Gul'dan.
Well, we're playing against a warlock, so we're in a better position.
Let the hunt begin.
I would like to hold on to both of these cards, but this is gonna probably be a bad move if I do. Death Rattle cards cost 2 less. This is the thing we need. Get this played on the 5th turn. Then on the 6th turn I could play Fugan and Stalag. Trigger a friendly minion's death rattle. That wouldn't be terrible. Although, do I really need this, or can I really play this on the 3rd turn?
Why do you call?
Oh, this card works really well with that card, doesn't it?
Job's done.
Possessed Villager.
It's a party.
Finally, there's a reason to play Possessed Villager. I like the strategy they're playing. I guess it's a well played time.
Your weakness.
Well played.
So that's something to remember when we get down to Warlock cards, is play the Sanguine Revealer. Let's see, give a random minion in your hand, +1/+1.
No look, save.
Not doing great again. I honestly don't think Death Rattle is a winning strategy. It just doesn't feel like it is. It can be. If I play this, this would cost 2, so I have to play this in the turn. If this guy survived, that would be really nice to give him a resummoned Death Rattle. Let's see, what can we do?
Job's done.
Lost again. Well, I'm not going to belabor the point here. I don't think Death Rattle works. This is one that very possibly is just a goof around deck. There's no reason to play like this. And even though that is what Frozen Throne really offered, what must be missing something. Like, this would certainly help with the secret deck, and summon a friendly beast that died would work with the beast deck. But yeah, I don't see any reason why you would want to do Death Rattle. And it doesn't help that you're playing it as a hunter. It wouldn't help if you were playing as any of the other characters either. So that is definitely one on the chopping block. I'd much prefer, if I'm going to try and win, to play the Secrets deck or the Beast deck, and I imagine the Beast deck is the better of the choice. So next time we look at the Mage, we might do something interesting with the Mage, might not. That's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. Stay tuned if you're watching live. If you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.